Hello, hello. What up, y'all? Hold on, let me turn this off. Okay. You know what time it is. If you don't know what time it is, you better check your clock. No, you know what time it is. It is Thursday. I'm trying to invite everybody in, they mama, because where y'all at? Come through. Like I said, it's Thursday. Thursdays are for what? Group chat. Okay, I have decided to actually change my days, not group chat. Hey sis, my sis is in here. Tell 5 people that you know. Whoop whoop. Because today's a very special episode. My crush is gonna be in here today. Yana, first of all, you need to call me because we have things to plan. Anyway, I am excited because today is a special day. I've been waiting. I didn't think that my friend would do an interview with me, but he kind of loves me, so I guess. So today I'm excited because, like I said, I'm gonna have a really dope friend come on, and he has some bells and whistles. Oh, he has some bells and whistles to, like, you know. I'm excited. I don't even want to say nothing yet. I'm not going to even say nothing yet. But before we go, yes, the yellow. I had to get a yellow shirt. I said, what color do I need, like, you know, to make it pop just a little bit? So the yellow, always go with the yellow with the brown skin. You know, it's imperative. Okay, so before I get into introducing my guest, I gotta tell y'all something. If you don't know me, you don't know me, but you're gonna know me. I've currently been in conjunction with a marijuana brand who is currently building, and I am kind of doing the marketing and social media stuff behind it, really just, you know, helping out, whatever. So I've got pre-rolls. I'm almost out. I got like 4. Don't ask me why it's in a plastic glove, but I have a few left. And basically, all I'm going to tell you today, let me post it in here. Follow Mary's Pharmacy. Yeah, it's a new brand that delivers. It's a weed delivery service. That's what I meant to say. So I have been giving these away. The team has been giving them away, like walking up to random people, like, you want a pre-roll? Follow Mary's Pharmacy. That's the incentive, pretty much. Follow Mary's Pharmacy, you get a pre-roll. If you run into me and you say, hey, I followed Mary's Pharmacy, where my pre-roll, let me know. I'm always gonna stay, like, packed with them, but I'm running out. I got 4 left. So follow Mary's Pharmacy, and yeah. If you don't know, now you know. Okay, so again, my guest, I'm so excited to have him on. Dusty is an artist from originally Eugene, Oregon, but we'll talk about that. He actually does a different skill in the music industry, which is a popular skill, of course, in the urban world. So I have so many questions because this boy is hot, okay? Like, and I don't mean like attractive hot. He's that too. But like he's so good at what he does, and when I met him, it was crazy. So let me bring him on. I'm ready to bring him on right now. I'm so excited. Let me turn this off. Let's see if he got it.
Shabba.
Okay.
Whoa. I'm on the group chat with Brittany Parker. Yeah.
No, you did not.
Oh, yeah. What up?
Dusty. You caught me off guard with that one, even though I know we talked about it. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't even know where to start. Like, first of all, I'll start how we met.
Talk to him.
Like, okay, it's crazy because I think it was April 31st.
Oh, wow. You know the date.
Well, because it was like, wait, it was like after Easter or something, like a few days after. I don't know. I forget, but I remember the night verbatim.
I do.
I remember what I was doing before I got to you.
When you walked in, I remember.
Yeah. And it was like we was in the studio for I don't know how long.
Right, for sure.
It was like we were in there. I don't even know. Well, we just was hanging out and then we got into like all this music.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to get into. Like, tell the group how you started in Talkbox and what that was like that journey to say, hey, I want to do this.
Right. So, rest in peace, Roger Troutman. So basically, try to make a long story short. I never did music all through school. I didn't do no music. I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't learn music. I didn't do nothing. So I took my graduation money. I went and bought a keyboard, and I started making beats on a Roland Phantom X6. And then I started making beats in my mom's garage. And then I started making beats, and then I started playing like all the little talk box melodies, you know, like all the to my beats. And then like probably when I was about 20 years old, I went and bought my first talk box. And then
Okay.
basically the rest is history.
He's a,
Yep.
and
So,
he was going off
like,
after that.
you
That's
know,
what's
and
up.
I don't claim to be the best talk box player. I just enjoy playing. You know what I mean? And so, I've touched records for sure, you know what I'm saying? But like I just love playing this instrument, you know what I mean? And so, I am self-taught, you know what I mean? I taught myself how to play. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but just to let the people know like I am
Yeah, you learned on your own.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you put sheet music in front of me, I'm like, you know. And so, but anyhow, so yeah, I mean, I just like playing this instrument, you know what I mean? And that's because of Roger Troutman, because I grew up listening to Roger Troutman, which I still have the original tape, you know what I'm saying? And so I just remember always like listening to, Computer Love, and
Yeah.
all those, you know what I'm saying? And so that changed my life, and always listening to him, I was like, wow. And
Yeah.
then for me, playing this instrument actually is kind of surreal, but so anyhow, that's kind of like really in a nutshell.
Do you feel like there's a lot of talk box artists or there's not enough? Like, how is that market in your eyes because you're in it, you
Good,
know?
good question. So when I first started playing Talkbox, there was only like a couple of us around. There was only like less than a handful of us around the world that played it.
Yeah.
And literally. And so then now, fast forward to 2022, now all these talk box players are kind of popping up, like a lot.
Right.
And I'm looking like when I first came into the talk box game and the talk box world, like everybody was very, very like oh, you play talk box? It's like almost like, oh well, no, I can't fuck with you. Like it's like,
Really?
yeah, like it was weird. It was like, oh, you playing talk box too? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's up, man? It's all good. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of a very personal thing. It's like, oh wow, it was very. It was very, very, very personal. And
Hmm.
that's the funny thing about it. And so now, fast forwarding, like I said, to now so many different people are trying to play the talk box. Some of them are trying and some of them are playing it
Yeah.
like for real, like they're dope,
Okay.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, so now a lot of us talk box players that have been playing it for over 10, 15, 20 years,
Right.
now we're opening up to all them. Like now we have a talk box community
Right.
Like
That's why I was asking,
like,
how is that?
and you know what's funny about that? Like now that this is now, like I've always wanted, like now I want to be like a Talkbox Jodeci group. I'm like, man, I want to bring all my Talkbox brothers together and be like, yo, we should be like Talkbox Jodeci.
Speak it.
Yeah, like for real, I'm like, yo, I'm like, all my Talkbox brothers, I'm like, man, we should just do Talkbox Jodeci. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah, and it's, I mean, that's why I imagine that there's a community. Like I'm in a bunch of Facebook communities because of certain things, you know, and that's a, you know, special sport, I'll say, because everybody doesn't do it. And like you said, everybody doesn't really know how.
right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I said computer love.
So, okay, now that makes me pose another question. That machine, what is the logistics for you and your breathing and how that all works? Like, you know, because you're on that playing, but also, you know, projecting air and stuff like that. So, how does that work?
Like, look, like I don't use my voice. So if I didn't get,
Ah,
so it's all keyboard work. So like,
okay.
and then like if I could be like, I could be like computer love, like computer love,
Mm.
but
Oh my gosh, it's so exciting.
it sounds like this, yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, I love that. Okay, so now I got a real question, Dusty.
Can I say something real quick about the top box? Hold that thought. 2 seconds.
Okay.
Sorry, I got excited. But the top box is really literally like a horn driver out of a car. Like get out of the way, womp womp. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, okay.
these LA street here, everybody honking their horns. That's literally a top box.
Yeah.
It's a horn driver, but there's different types of horn drivers, and I got one right here behind me. You know, this is my new top box. This is my new top box. And it
So
lights.
that's a small, so they're that big. I didn't know how big they actually were. That one has all the lights and stuff.
Yeah, like if it was darker right now, like every single time I touch a key,
It would go off. Ah,
yeah.
that's a lit.
Talk box. It's called the Talk Star. And so,
That's tight. And see, that's a whole nother world too, like the products and stuff like that. But that's what I gotta ask you.
Yeah.
From Eugene, Oregon. I think, how the heck did this white boy get in this industry?
Well, I was born in Oregon, but all the rest of my family, they're from they're from like LA.
Okay.
And my mom and dad were born in Los Angeles. My family's from like Norwalk, Downey, Bellflower. I started school in Norwalk, but I was born in Oregon. So I mostly grew up in Oregon, but I was always down here all throughout my life.
Okay.
All throughout my life, you know what I'm saying? And so,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I consider myself a Californian.
Okay, so now that makes me wonder, like, who are some of your music inspirations? You know, you said Roger Chapman, but like in music, you know, people that you've met or just, you know, you're like, damn, I really like their style. You know, who are some of your favorite musical inspirations?
Definitely Battle Cat. You know, my uncle, my mentor, friend, fam. You know what I mean? Like you know, of course DJ Quick. But also like you know like I was really heavily influenced by a lot of genres. You know what I'm saying? Like alternative rock. You know what I'm saying? Like you know like everything from like you know from everything from Nirvana, Green Day, 311. Limp Bizkit, you know.
Oh, Limp Bizkit, man.
Linkin Park.
That's off top.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but I'm a sucker for this West Coast funk. You know what I mean? That's always just been timeless. But I've been so influenced by everything. Even like I'm very selective with the trap. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
there's trap that I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like, like from everything, East Coast to the West Coast, overseas. There's a lot of dope artists around the world that like. So I've been really influenced, and even country. There's been country music. You know what I'm saying? Like that's influenced, like more like in my early, like when I was a young kid, because like sometimes like my dad or my mom was listen. They listen to country heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so like I goes from everything country, rock and roll, but I'm super like West. I mean, I'm super West Coast,
The
like
West Coast sound.
the West Coast sound for sure. But I'm
But
super.
I love that. I love how you found your own niche.
Hmm.
You found your own niche and then you took off with it. But like you said, and when you said that if you put a sheet of music in front of me, you'll be dumbfounded. I thought about you got to go watch the 85 South show with Dallas Austin because he said the same thing. He was directed to do something, I don't know if it was for Clive Davis, somebody, but he didn't know how to read music. And they were like, giving him sheets of music and he just acted the whole time. And I'm like, those are natural born talented people. Like, you don't read sheets of music, like, so it's so
And
funny.
that being said, like I've played live a lot, and I've played in a lot of bands. I mean, funk bands, funk gospel bands. I've even like jammed out with rock bands before. I've even played with a couple country bands before. I just say, hey, just start playing.
Yeah.
Like I'll find where I need to be. Just give
Right.
just give me like 10 seconds. If
Okay.
and then once I find that little root key and all that, then I know where I need to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I always just tell them, they're like, okay, so like what do you need? Like this is the sheet music. I'm like, hey bro, just start playing.
Just start playing.
I'm all ear. I'm all ear.
Yeah.
Ear.
Now that right there, that's dangerous because my uncle used to play by ear. He didn't do sheet music either, you know. So when I say that's dangerous, it's a good thing.
Right. Hey, dangerous.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so was it hard stepping into that world or you just took off?
Well, it was definitely a little tricky at times. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, to be really honest, I was really, really, really accepted and welcomed. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Okay.
you know, um, uh, I really was, because of like the energy that I carry, and not to bring race into it, but me being like a white boy and bring
Mm.
that feel, and that, I mean, people kind of took it like, they're like, wait, who is this?
This white boy.
Who is, who is this funky ass white boy? Like this funk, he with the shits. And bring that into the play, but like, and I didn't use that to my advantage. I came in naturally because it was my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm not even trying to use that, but I did perceive that though.
Well, yeah, that's why I asked the question that I asked
Honest,
because
very honest and transparent, like what and so, but I also received a lot of pushback. I mean, like a lot of people like try to be like, like, you know what I mean? So like, don't think that I haven't dealt with some crazy bullshit,
right.
and not, and so, but I stayed true to my heart, because this was in my heart, and so
Right.
it wasn't on me, it was just in me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, and that's really truly what it was. I mean, it fed my soul, and I'm like, no, like, this is who I am. Like,
Yeah.
no, I know this world, like I already like maybe lived it in a past life. I don't really know how to explain. Like once I started doing music and I started building my confidence up musically, and just kind of just in everything. And so I just kind of like just really just took it and ran with it. And it's been tricky at times, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
like now, like I've definitely earned my, I've earned like some stripes, and I've earned some, and I've earned a lot of respect. You know,
Respect, yeah, as you should. I mean,
it hasn't been
it's an art.
because I've had to sacrifice a lot, as we all do in life. You know, we all sacrifice a lot in life to do what we want. We'll do to do what we need to do, and to do what we want to do.
We want to do right. Exactly. So, man, that's deep right there when I think about it. Like not having to sacrifice, having to, like, for me, be without my child and stuff like that. It's like I get that. So yes. Now we're gonna play. We have two games. I don't know if you know about them,
Let's go.
but the first game is a simple this or that. The last question is hard. A lot of people ponder it. So, but we're gonna start. This is a this or that question game. I mean,
Okay.
so we're gonna start with the first, and that is do you like watermelon or cantaloupe?
Cantaloupe, because I just started liking watermelon. Like in the last, I in the probably within the last decade.
Okay.
A huge cantaloupe. I like cantaloupe. I love cantaloupe over melon, I think.
Honeydew melon. I like it over that.
Yeah, I like cantaloupe over honeydew, but like now I fucks with the watermelon for sure.
Don't
Oh,
let it be cold either.
I wasn't expecting that one. No, I like.
Okay, here's another one. Cali weather or Oregon weather?
You say what?
Cali weather or Oregon weather?
Okay, well, duh. Where are we at?
West Coast, baby.
No, where are we at? We in Cali.
Cali, exactly. I'm just saying, you from up there, so okay.
I'm not scared of the rain though. I'm not scared of the rain though.
Me neither.
Even though it's hotter up there right now than it is down here right now. So,
Really?
oh yeah. Yeah. Don't
I'm
get
like,
Oregon is beautiful, but it get hot.
Yeah. The last time I was in Oregon, it was a summer.
Right.
That was the summer before my mom passed. We went to Oregon. It was the greatest trip ever. It was so beautiful, and it only rained a little bit, like
Right.
a little bit,
Right.
but it was nice.
You know, a little rain ain't never hurt nobody.
No, and I have family up there in Portland and stuff like that. So,
Right.
okay. Would you rather have a night on the town or stay in and Netflix and chill or something? I don't know, cook, whatever.
Ooh, because I love both. Because I love both. Ooh, it depends, like how I feel. And it just, geez, why do you gotta hit me with these crazy questions right now? It depends how I feel, because even on like, oh my gosh, whoa. Can we come back to that one real quick? Because you kind of stuck on that one. Whoa, because I love both so much. Whoa, because I'm a night on the towner, but I'm a flixer.
You are.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, man, I'll sit my ass down on the couch Friday, Saturday night. All the homies will call me. You know what I mean? Like, woo, woo, what's up, man? I'll be like, man, I'm watching this show. I'm laid up, bro. Shit. But I'm not scared to be like,
let me change real quick. I'll be outside in a minute.
I'll be right pulling up. I'm on my way.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so television series or movie?
Movie.
What movie?
Well, it depends. Because I can be all across the board with it. I love documentaries.
Me too.
I love documentaries. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like I love my documentaries, like my like I know this may sound crazy, like my murder mysteries and like my cases and like my little things and like, you know what I'm saying? I love my comedies, you know, but
Yes.
when it comes to series, I don't do those, you know, like 16 plus episodes. Like I like the
Yeah.
I like the
It
little
got
mini.
like that, like Grey's Anatomy has like 50,000 episodes in one season.
Come on,
Not happening.
5,000 episode. Like no, I want to go in. I need my little aiders. You know, my little quick.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can like watch it like within like almost like you can do like a little. I like those little mini series, little joints. You know,
Me too.
because those like man, like yeah, like those long ass joints, man. I'm like, man, I'm good, man. Like you know, so I'm gonna go with the movie on that one though. You know what I mean? But
You might as well watch a movie if that's the case.
give me the movie.
Okay, so now what movie?
Well, it depends what genre. I mean, like as far as
Give
like
me a comedy. Give me a comedy.
a comedy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know what? It's almost okay. I want to be honest with you. It's almost like asking me what my favorite song is.
Now that I'll never do that to you.
Well, it's almost
I
kind of
wouldn't want nobody to do that to me.
it's almost like that though too in a way. Kind of
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean
like my favorite, like you know what I mean, like you know, like I mean, shoot, I mean, I don't know, like I'm so Netflixed out, like I'm just kind of like you know, I've watched numerous movies and stuff like that, but it's just like
right.
that's a question. I'm not gonna lie, you're stuffing me right now, baby.
He's gonna get off here like, man, he gonna be really thinking about it like, damn, she asked me that. What is my favorite movie?
I'm gonna get off this interview and I'm gonna be like, actually, what is my like if and I'll probably think of it. And I'm like, oh, I should have told her that because you kind
Like
of
off the top of my head, Pretty Women, whatever. I could say that.
that's your
Father
zone.
of the Bride.
Okay.
I love Steve Martin.
Yes.
You want to go into a suspense? The movie Taken or Final Destination?
Ooh, Taken. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And I used to love Final Destination, and I don't know why. I'm like, why do I like watching these people die like this?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love Final Destination.
But it was so dumb. Like, why?
But I like
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was
doesn't
very
Taken have like a
jarring.
Taken
Like, you had to be like, oh my God, would that ever happen? My sis said Con Air.
right.
That's a good one.
Ooh, that's my Con Air. Thank you.
I don't even remember that movie, so now I have to rewatch it.
No, I love Con Air.
Now it's coming to you.
Yep. See
Now
now
it's coming to you.
what about Greece? Rest in peace, Hepburn. Or no, what's her name?
Who
Is it
in the movie? She just passed away. What's her name?
um
What's her name?
Olivia Newton-John?
Newton-John. That's her name? Yeah.
Yeah, she just passed away. Just like
Hopelessly devoted to
yeah,
you. Ooh.
yeah.
She
Oh
did
my,
her thing on a lot of those songs and stuff like that. That whole movie, like, I'm pretty sure that movie paid her so well, like royalties even to this day.
absolutely.
And John and what's his name? Was it John Travolta?
Uh, hold on,
Getting paid.
let me turn this light on real quick.
Okay.
And John Travolta.
Like what? They chilling right now. Well, she's resting right now. But you know, like, yeah, they did that with that movie. It was great. Okay, so before we get into our next game, I just want to, you know, talk and shoot the shit about like things that you plan on doing that you want to do, especially with artists and stuff like that. Um, things that you want to manifest and speak up, you know, that's in your dream world. Yeah. So what is something or someone that you would like to work with in the industry that you haven't worked with yet? Because when I go to your Facebook, I don't even know if I want to show it, because you got a lot of, you know, A-list friends and stuff like that. So, you know, but I want to know, as far as like people that you dream of working with, or that you know that you want to work with, who is someone in that category?
Um, that's a good question because there's so many. Uh, there's so many. You know, I would love to work with some more East Coast producers like Jermaine Dupri.
Ooh, ooh.
Um,
Come on, Dusty.
Jermaine Dupri. Um, um, Manny Fresh.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? Um, Even going down to like Texas, like, you know what I mean? Like some of the Texas producers, you know what I'm saying? That, like, you know, all those OG, like, Bun B, Pimp C producers, you know what I mean? Jeff
Yeah.
Prince, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of those guys, you know, actually Scott Storch, um,
Oof. Yeah.
of course, of course, you know, and just some of those, New York producers, you know what I'm saying? I really want to connect with New York, like more. I mean, I have,
Yeah.
and shout out to my boy Merc Beats, and we did our thing on Daz Dillinger and Capone album, you know what I'm saying? That was just released called Guideline. You can find that on all platforms, on everything, iTunes, every single platform you can think of.
Okay.
And by the way, I'm playing Talkbox on the song on the Coast to Coast Love. You'll see me featuring Dustin there. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my boy Merc B. Out to my boy Daz Dillinger from the Doll Pound. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Heavily with the Doll Pound and everybody. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to and you know what's funny about that record is that usually it's Daz that contacts me to get on these records. But
Right.
but funny enough, Capone, I only met Capone one time, and I got this, and Capone actually approached me about this, about getting on the album and shit like that. And so he was the one that actually approached me about it, and so that kind of make a long story. You know what I'm saying, and so shout out to my boy Disco Boogie in the building, man.
What up?
Producer, super producer. So anyway, but yeah, so anyhow, but so yeah, I mean that's really like, I would love to link up with the Jermaine Dupri, the Manny, like, I would like to more
It
like,
can happen, Dusty. Now, something came in my head when you said that about down south, and you know, just hitting all of the points down south, west coast, east coast, all that stuff. How would you feel and hear bounce music on Talkbox, or Talkbox on bounce music?
that's one thing that's I'll be honest with you, as far as with Talkbox can really blend with anything.
Mm.
It can make sense. It can make sense with any genre, anything.
Okay.
I've seen it. I've personally experienced in ways with certain things as well.
Um,
I've dipped and dabbed in a lot of things as well, but like I've seen it done, So as far as with Talkbox, it can go with anything.
right.
For
For
real.
sure. So now, Dusty, we gonna be all up in your business. No, not really, but kind of.
That's fine. I'll back.
So the next game,
Okay.
all I do is go through your Facebook photos, so it's not a secret because you put it out there already. Um, and these are not your personal family photos or anything like that. So we're starting off with the first picture. That was the first picture on your Facebook, in your Facebook photo. So I kind of want to know if you can see it. What happened before or during or after this photo, if you can see it.
Okay, so that is my son's mother, and that's the first time I met Snoop.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So I had all access passes. Snoop was in Oregon. This is over
Okay.
almost 15 years ago. Actually, this is probably that photo was posted then, but like that's photo. No, it probably wasn't quite 15 years ago. It was probably about 12, 13. I don't know what year that was. Was it like what's the date on that?
Um, July 16, 2010.
So there we go. Well, so that was the first time I met Snoop. Was in Oregon, and I had all access passes, and I was with my son's mom,
Okay.
and and that's the first time I met my boy Mac Lucci. That's the first time I met Rupp Daz, and I was on the tour bus. I got backstage. I mean, I had all access, and so like
Right.
for me, I was running around back.
Like a kid.
Ice Cube, Dub C, everybody, Corrupt, Daz, Snoop. And so, anyways, I'm on the bus with Snoop's tour manager, and we're just kicking back. For some reason, it was just him and we were just smoking because I had a fat sack of weed, bomb weed, that Oregon weed. And so he's like, whoa, he's like, man. So he's rolling up. All of a sudden, Ice Cube comes on the bus, Dub C comes on the bus. He's like, man, we're about to go on, man. Like, come on, roll some up. We're about to go on. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? But they were talking to Snoop's tour manager because they're about to go on stage.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And this is just like Ice Cube and Dub C fucking just running on the bus real quick, like, hey, yo, we need some real quick so we can smoke some while on stage. I'm like, whoa. And so that blew my mind. And so I'm like, okay, but I'm still chilling, I mean, I'm just chilling, I mean, whatever. So boom. So then like they get up, they're rushing on stage. They have the mic, they have the cordless mics and shit like that. Like they're supposed to be on stage. So they're like, boom, they got a joint. They got a blunt or a joint, I can't remember. And then they run off the tour bus, they run. I'm like, hey, bro, I told Snoop's tour manager at the time, hey, I'll be right back. And then boom, I run out there on stage with Ice Cube and Dub C, but I'm not on stage, but I'm like on stage, but I'm like kind of like off to the side. So I'm like,
Right.
okay, fuck, you know what I'm saying? And Snoop hadn't even went on yet, you know what I'm saying? And so, it's a true story. It's kind of crazy. I haven't even thought about that. And
I'm glad I asked.
so they're on stage doing their thing, all that. Boom, they get off stage. So we all go back to the tour bus. And then finally, Snoop, Daz, Corrupt, my boy Matt Lucci, they all pull up in these two vans, and they pull up and they get out, boom, boom, boom. Snoop's about to go on or whatever. So like we all go on a Snoop's bus, and I remember and my boy Mac Lucci and Corrupt, they were like, man, where the weed at? And I was like, bro, I had this bomb ass bag of weed just all fire. And it was like, yo, they're like, come on. And I'm like, cool. So we get on the bus, me, Snoop, Daz, Corrupt, Superfly, everybody,
Um,
we're all on there. And so like, yo, they're like, this motherfucker got the fire and shit. This motherfucker right here. And they're looking at me, they're pointing at me. And I'm like, shit, I'm like, no, I just set it on the table.
right, like don't come.
On the, no, it's a true story on everything that I love, on everything. And that put everything into perspective. For make a long story short. So they're smoking up all my weed. And I don't even care. I'm like, bro, you guys can have it.
Right. I'll get some more.
We're all smoking, boom, chopping it up, boom, 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 yada yada yada. And then shit, probably like 30 minutes later, 45 minutes, an hour, maybe no, it might have been an hour because Snoop takes his time getting on stage. Especially up in Oregon, he was like, man, I'll get on stage when I want.
Oh Lord.
I know these motherfuckers gonna wait for me, and I was like, whoa, and this is my first
Yeah,
time.
when it's a big artist like that.
And this is my first time being around any of this. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, whoa. I'm just chilling. I'm just trying to be all, copacetic.
Right.
And I'm trying to be all, and then next thing you know, like we're on stage and then boom. And then I don't know, kind of the rest is history. And then like, and that's how like, my boy Mac Lucci, that's how.
Yeah. He
really.
was at the studio before, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. And so him and I got really close ever since then. And so we've been down since then, and then everything just, but before that, I was down with Roscoe, Corrupt's little brother. I was down with Roscoe and Rough Dog, you know what I'm saying? So, but before that,
Okay.
I was already kind of like in the whole entire like association with the whole Dog Pound family and the family tree, just kind of everybody around. Like not even just that. It was just kind of there was a lot of different people, and so it kind of just spider webbed out.
Yeah. That's so tight. Okay, so this next one, I love how cool you are. Um, I don't know. It looks like you're in the studio, but you can tell me what.
Okay, so that is next door to my old studio in Hollywood. Can I see that picture again real quick, if you don't mind? So those are some of my organ folks.
Okay.
No. I'm mistaken. I'm super mistaken. No, that is actually in Orange County, and so they brought me down. They paid me, and they brought me down. But those are my organ homies.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
organ homies. They came down here, and they came and picked me up, and they took me down to Orange County and paid me to do some production and talk box work.
Go off, Dusty. Go off, boy. That's so dope. Okay, this is a cool one. I don't know what this is about, but let's see. You're gonna tell us.
Okay, that's my boy Rody Rose. 6-0. You know what I mean? That's my brother right there. That's my boy right there. He's such a good dude, man. Shout out to my boy Rody Rose. And so he comes from that whole Nipsey Hussle tree, you know. Um, super humble, down to earth person, very, very good person. That's at the old studio in Hollywood. Um,
Okay.
and so but that's my boy right there, my boy Rody Rose. Yeah, 6-0. You know what I mean? Real.
I know you passed through a lot of people and all that kind of stuff, so it's
Yeah.
really cool, Okay, so
Talk to
I
me.
don't want to take up too much of your time,
Oh,
Dusty.
good, you good. We ain't got number time.
Okay.
Mm.
We still need that Chick-fil-A. I mean,
Oh, don't Chick-fil-A me right now. Don't even Chick-fil-A me. Come on, Chick-fil-A. Come on, Filet.
I did have it today.
I'm not mad at you. Belly.
But yeah, I want to make sure you get these.
What?
The pre-rolls.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Fire. Good stuff.
Okay.
Very good stuff. Yeah. So, okay. Well, that was that game. Dusty, before we end, tell the people where they can find you, what you got going on next, and all that good stuff.
So you can, obviously, like you can find me, like my Facebook and my Instagram, everything. It's Dusty, Dusty, which is my real name. People always ask, "Oh, is that your rap name? Is that your nickname?" I'm like, "No, that's my real name, baby." So Dusty. So my real name is Dusty Garrett Fuller. That's why it's Dusty G Fuller.
Got it.
With a buck. You know what I'm saying? And so it's Dusty space G Fuller. And so that's how you can find me. And that's it. It's simple as that.
Okay. Now, what about your next projects, all that good stuff? Let them know. I'm putting your Instagram in here.
Yep, it's all love. And so honestly, like I'm really just currently working on the current projects that I'm working on, and like just let everything just fall into place. You know what I'm saying? So hey, hold on a second. Shout out to my boy DJ Red Fox. When I first started rapping, when I first started doing music, DJ Red Fox right here. Red Fox, say what's up. And so when I first started doing music, when I first started rapping, we were throwing house parties, and he was my first DJ to come to the house and spin the records, and we rapped all night. Isn't that right, Red Fox? So anyhow, shout out to him though, man. Much love, boy. So he's in Oregon, and so yeah. So that's my social media, really, really simple.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so, that's really what it is.
For sure. Well, Dusty, I appreciate you for hanging out with me and showing me love in an unimaginable way.
And now you, baby. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Group chat, yeah, yeah. Oh, with your mother, yeah, yeah. And your girl.
Let's go.
Brittany Parker, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love it, Dusty. I really, really appreciate you. I appreciate our friendship. Everything, we connected, and I'll never forget that day. So I appreciate you. Y'all don't forget to tune in next Thursday. I don't even remember who my guest is going to be, but we'll find out. Next Tuesday, next Thursday, 7:00, same time, same place, group chat. So thank you, Dusty. We out of here. Peace out.
Appreciate you.